right, welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Dice Time. I'm Paul, and we are here with another episode of our Marvel United campaign, and we are playing against Ronan. So we're going after one of the Infinity Stones here. We're playing against Ronan, one, because we had a viewer join us last week. Hopefully he might be back on this week. I kept saying Green Lantern, but it's Green Laser. And so Green Laser had a couple of requests while we were out there. One was to see Doctor Strange. Another request was Yondu, and we don't have Yondu unlocked in the campaign yet, so Ronan, you have to defeat Ronan to get to Yondu. So that's kind of where we are at and why we picked some of this stuff here today. So we're playing against Ronan. I am playing as Doctor Strange. Natalie, do you remember who you have?
It starts with a B and then there's
Beta.
another word that also starts with a B.
Beta Ray Bill.
Oh, I was close.
I don't know much about Beta Ray Bill other than, I did some quick looking. It's essentially another being who is like Thor, who is worthy of wielding Thor's hammer. And from what I understand and read, and pardon all of you who are really knowledgeable of this if I'm butchering things here, Beta Ray Bill is worthy of like wielding the hammer, but they essentially, my understanding is that in the comics they give him a separate hammer called Stormbreaker, and so he's like another Thor, wielding a different hammer. So since he was worthy, they gave him a separate hammer. So anyway, he's kind of like Thor. He's very punchy, which I know is one of your favorites. And of course, Doctor Strange has got a lot of mystical art stuff going on, lots of special abilities. So here we have Ronan. We'll get into his rules. As you can see, no special setup on the back there. So Ronan has 5 health for 2 characters here. His special rules are whenever a hero is KO'd, they get a KO token. I'm just going to jump right to his villainous plot because it goes with the KO tokens. The heroes lose when the group has 4 KO tokens. So if we get knocked out 4 times between the 2 of us, we lose. So going back to his rules, his BAM is deal 2 damage to 1 hero in his location. The heroes choose. It's a lot. 2 damage is a lot. Overflow is if a civilian or thug token can be added to a location. Deal 1 damage to 1 hero for each token that cannot be added. Each token, not just 1 damage. It's 1 for each. But the heroes choose who gets each damage. So we do get to choose on that, but for every single token that overflows, we take a damage. So that's not good. We don't want overflows to happen. All right, so going over his threats here. So he has 3 different threats, 2 of each. The first one is space ambush. Heroes starting their turn in this location take a damage. These threats are different. Not a single one of them has 3 stars on it. So this has a move, a star, and a punch on there. So those are space ambush. There's 2 of those. Next one is jailbreak. So jailbreak is heroes using move to leave this location must use 2 move instead. It is another one of those that has a move, a star, and a punch on the bottom. So there's 2 of those. And last, but definitely not least, we have Kree Elite Force. So Ronan is from the Kree race. So Kree Elite Force, each thug in this location requires 2 damage to be defeated instead of 1. So, and to get rid of this one is 3 punches, just triple punches. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mix these up here. Mix these up. I'm going to throw them out, starting at the top here. We have Kree Elite Force. We have the other Kree Elite Force. We have Jailbreak. We have Space Ambush. We have Jailbreak. And we have Space Ambush. So Space Ambush here and here are the ones that deal damage if we start our turn in that location. And then these are the movement ones, and then these are the extra punches. So there is the setup for Ronan. We will go ahead and roll to see where he goes. So he's gonna. Oh, that's the hard one to see. Well, no, that's a hard one to see too. So it is a 2. So he's gonna go 1, 2, and we're gonna go over here to the hangar bay. Beta Ray Bill and Doctor Strange. Here we are. All right. So let's draw our cards.
Okay.
I have Dimensional Portal. I can move to any location. It has a wild on the bottom. I drew my single wild, and I drew a double stars. There's that.
Stormbreaker, draw 1 card in it. Double punch, draw 1 card.
So you essentially get to gain more health and double punch as a special.
And it has a move.
And it has a move on the bottom. Pretty good.
Double punch and double wild.
Nice. Those are very good. All right, so we're going to start off. Ronan's going to go first. We'll see what he does. So here we go. All right, the first one is move counterclockwise to the next location with no heroes. That's interesting. Counterclockwise. All right. And then no BAM, but he has Kree Law. Add a thug to every location. So we're going to go ahead and do those. Well, that one is kind of full already. You going to get those 2 over there? Yep. Thugs.
2 or 1?
1 on each.
Oops. Dropping things.
All right. Well, what do we want to do here? Who wants to go first?
You go.
You want me to go? Okay. I'm going to draw a card. I got a move and a star. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and just play that move star. And I will just put them both on here for you. That makes sense. And then you can go.
Okay. So I will draw a double star.
Okay. Well, you need a punch to finish off that threat.
If I don't
You got a
just
move
have...
star for me.
I don't just have a single, so double is...
In playing Stormbreaker, you have 3 Stormbreakers in your deck, so it's not bad to play that one too.
Okay.
So you can feel free to play that if you want.
And then, can I draw over
Yeah,
the top?
yeah, that's what's good about it, is you get to just keep drawing.
And then I got a single punch.
So you have double punches, and you get to draw a card.
I drew my card and I got single wild, what I needed.
So 1 punch, I'm guessing you're going to finish this off?
Yep.
Okay. And then you have another punch still. Oh, yep, got your threat. And then you have a star and 2 moves.
Star. Oh, I put this one on the wrong thing.
Yeah.
That can go there. Then 2 moves. Where do I want to move to? Ooh, what does that say?
We take a damage.
What is that? You may.
You can gain a token, a move, a star, or a punch.
I'm just gonna go back and forth. One of those.
Okay. All right. What token you want to get?
It's one of them.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna do a move.
A move token?
Just
okay.
in case I need to get out of somewhere.
Seems good. Alright, my turn. I'm gonna draw. Ooh, I drew Orb of Agamotto. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, the top card of the Master Plan deck is revealed. Oh boy. What I want to do here. You have a move. I kind of feel like when I play that Orb of Agamotto, just to, so we can see what's coming all the time. Let's do it. Oh boy, I don't know if this is the right move or not. Orb of Agamotto. So as long as it's face up in the storyline, we have to play it until revealed. Okie dokie. Well, here's that. I'm gonna end my turn here. I'm not gonna move, so that way I can get the token. What do I want to do? I kind of feel like I'm also gonna take a move. Just so we have. I have stars. You have a lot of punches. I feel like move is a thing that we maybe don't have as much. All right, here we go. So here is Ronan. We know what he's doing because the card's here. Move clockwise to the next location with any heroes. That's where we're at. Bom, bom, bom. And then bam. Deal 2 damage to one hero in Ronan's location. The heroes choose.
Oh, and it can't be split up?
No. One person's got to take 2 damage. I could probably take it.
I could also take it. I have an extra.
That's true. You have extra card, yeah. You want to take that and put one of your, yes, a single punch at the bottom?
I got a single punch and put here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot you got to take 2 damage.
I wish we could split it up.
You could put your double stars in the bottom because I have a double star still. Okay. Then he adds 2 civilians to his location, and then 1 civilian to each adjacent location. The problem is there's going to be 1 overflow, so we have to take another damage. What do we want to do here? Maybe I'll just take my single wild and put it on the bottom.
Okay.
Go with that. All right. Not the greatest, but not the worst either. All right, it is your turn. Unfortunately, I didn't give you any symbols, but oh, we get to see what the card is always. So the next card is move clockwise to the next location with no heroes, and then it's Kree Law again, which is adding a thug to every location. So we really just need to clear out these locations that are next to us if we can. So you need to draw a card.
Double punch.
All right, you got to figure out what you're going to play here and what you're going to do with it. What are you thinking? You don't have any symbols for me.
So I need to clear stuff out, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, getting these locations cleared, or at least a little cleared, isn't bad. Or you can just do something.
One of my double punches.
Okay, you're gonna do a double punch.
I think so.
Oh.
Oh wait. Oh yeah, I can.
Or do you want to do a double wild?
I can move.
You're gonna do the double punches?
I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Alright, so you're gonna spend your move token.
Yep.
Are you gonna punch before you leave, or are you gonna do them both where you
I'm
end?
gonna do them before I end.
Okay.
I don't know where to go, so.
Either place, I think I kind of need to follow you because I'll need to clear this out so you don't take any damage on your turn.
Okay.
That makes sense. Luckily, we don't have a BAM coming, so we're okay. Okay. Yeah, you moved and then you had the double punch because I didn't give you any symbols. Sorry. My turn. I draw single punch. Okay. What do I need to do here to finish this off? You're giving me punches. I think I need to play this dimensional portal, unfortunately. So I have a single punch, double stars, or dimensional portal. So I'm gonna play the dimensional portal, which lets me move to any location. So I will move over to you, and then I will spend my move token on the threat. I will spend. Oh wait, before I move, I'm gonna punch. Use one of your punches on that thug there, and then I'm gonna move over here with my dimensional portal. Then use the move token. Use your second punch, and then use my wild as a star to clear that out. So the good news is now I cleared that out, and it has at the end of the turn may draw until you have 3 cards in your hand. So I will do that. Draw. Ooh, I drew my double wild. Nice. So now it is your turn. You have a wild from me.
I got a move and a star.
Okay.
But I don't want to move because I don't want to draw another card.
Okay, you want to draw up?
I think I'm going to do my double wild.
Hit with the double wild?
Get rid of stuff.
Alright. And then just going to use all of it to clear out the civilians?
Get out of here, civilians.
Alright. That's one way of doing it. Alright. Then that's it, right? Yep, that's your whole turn. You draw up to 3 cards because you're at the Xavier Institute for Higher Learning. Stormbreaker, nice. Alright, now it's going to be Ronan's turn. Yeah, the Stormbreakers are all the same card that you have in there. Okay, so Ronan goes. Move to the next move clockwise to the next location with no heroes. So he's going to hop over us and go to Asteroid M there. And then no BAM, but he is going to do Cree Law, which is adding a thug to every location. So really I should start with his location just to make it clear where we're at. There. Unfortunately, there's one overflow there that we're going to have to deal with. So someone's going to have to take 1 damage.
Do you want to take it or should I take it?
I could probably take it.
Okay.
I don't feel like I need the double stars because yeah, I could put a single punch, but I feel like we like punching right now. There's a lot of thugs. Interesting. I don't know. I don't know what the right call is here. Maybe I will put the single punch on the bottom since you have so many punches. Okay. We'll go there. And then we'll reveal his card. Oh, he's moving 0 with a BAM. So that's good to know. He's going to stay right there. Not going to put anybody out, but is going to do a BAM right there. Okay. Interesting. All right, back to our turns here. So I get to go next.
And I only have 1 turn, correct?
Yeah, you're only going to have 1 turn this round.
I won't want to move over with him.
Yeah, you won't want to move that way. I think I don't know if this is the right call or not, but I think I'm going to use my double wilds. And I am going to move over here to him.
Okay.
And I'm going to do all of them to punch, punch, punch
Okay.
at the bottom of the Kree Elite Force here to clear that threat. And then end my turn here, which I may deal 1 damage to a thug or henchman in any location.
But you have one more wild, I
I moved
Oh.
for 1 wild, and then 3 wilds for the
Okay.
punches. We're not going to get over here anytime soon, so I'm just going to hit one of those.
My turn?
Yes.
Okay. I got a move star.
You have 2 move stars, you have a double punch, and you have a storm breaker, which is a double punch and a move.
I want to move the other way.
Okay.
Move
You have 2
star.
wilds from me.
Okay. I think I'm gonna do a move star.
A move star, okay.
So move star. And then I can move again. Punch.
Okay, you're going to take a damage there at the beginning of your next turn. You're okay with that?
Yeah, it'll be
Okie dokie. Alright, my turn here. I am going to draw. I also drew a move star, which is not super helpful. Okay, what do I got here? I got lots of moves. Maybe I will. I'm gonna play my move star as well, I think. I'm going to star in this location. I'm going to move. I'm going to star in this location. And I'm going to move. I don't know if that's the right call, but there we are. Okay, so we know what he's doing. He's moving 0 with a bam. So he essentially does nothing this turn. Because he doesn't have any thugs or civilians. There's no one in his location to bam. So that's good. His next card, however, is move counterclockwise to the next location with any hero. And then he's going to bam, and then he's going to put some thugs out. Okay. That's good. He's going to move this way to the next hero. So ending like over here wouldn't necessarily be bad depending on what happens, what we got going on. All right, so we got a move and a star. So the bad news is you have to take a damage right away. Because you're starting your turn in a location with that threat there.
Well, that's sad.
Yep.
I'm gonna do my
move star at the bottom, yeah. I think that makes sense.
Okay.
And then you get to draw. Oh, yeah, you get to draw a card.
Draw my card.
Stormbreaker. So you got 2 Stormbreakers and then a double punch. Which isn't bad. You can heal and stuff. What do you want to do?
I think I'm gonna do my. I want to get rid of the beginning of your turn effect thing over here.
Okay. Well, you have a move and a star from me already, so you just need a punch.
Punch. Double punch.
All right. So you're gonna play a double punch out.
So I can
punch a thug.
Punch here. He's tipping over.
Yeah, we're close. I think it's fine.
It'll be fine. There's that.
Cleared that out. Okay. And then do you have another punch? What did you do? You did move, star, punch, right? Did you punch a thug in your location? Okay. And you put it here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Perfect. All right, end of your turn. You may swap one card from your hand with one card in the storyline.
Ew.
I don't know if you really want to do that, though.
Yeah, no, I think I'm fine.
Yeah. All right, my turn. I'm going to draw. I have Agamotto. I can take any master plan card from the storyline and shuffle it into the master plan deck. Okay, interesting. If we need that, I can do that. I think this might not be the best, but we know what he's doing. He's gonna go over to you.
To me.
Oh no, he's gonna knock you out. Yep, there's nothing we can really do about that. We should have had you play Stormbreaker. That's unfortunate.
Oh well.
All right, I'm gonna do double stars, and I'm going to rescue a civilian. I'm going to put a star on this. I'm going to defeat a thug with one of your punches, and I'm going to put a punch token here on that one. Can't really do anything else this round. So I cleared that out. Now, unfortunately, it's his turn. Let's see what we got here. So he is going to move counterclockwise to the next location with any heroes. So that's you. And then he's going to bam. Deal 2 damage to one hero in Ronan's location. Knocks you out.
Can I have occasion again?
Yep, I'm actually just going to put those. I'm just going to put those on here so we can see. Got a KO token there.
I made it so you can see all the things.
And here's green laser. Uh-oh. Back joining us again. Okay, so unfortunately you got knocked out there, which means he triggers his BAM again, which is deal 2 damage to one hero in his location, but there's no one else there, luckily. So then we are going to place 2 thugs in your location, and then 1 thug in each adjacent location, which is okay. No overflows there. I think we're doing all right. Then, yep, I got everything played out. It is going to be your turn, so you're going to stand right back up right away. Then you get to draw 4 cards.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm so close to my cards that I have. So close.
Yeah, so when you get knocked out and you pop back up, you draw your normal 3, and then you get to draw an extra one for the start of your turn.
Single punch. Double star. Move punch. Single wild.
All right, so you got good variety there, and you have double stars from me.
Okay. I don't think I want to do any more stars.
Well, we can't damage him right now, but as soon as you either rescue that civilian or defeat a thug, you can damage him.
Punch.
So you're going to do a single punch?
I'm going to do both of them.
Okay, you're going to rescue a civilian and punch a thug. So now we can damage him.
And each hero immediately draws 1 card.
Yeah, so we get to... Now we can damage him because we completed the second one.
And the third one.
And then we completed the third one, which lets each hero immediately draw a card, which is good. It brings me up to 3. Brings you up to 4. Oh, I forgot to flip Ronan's card over for my... I have Agamotto out there. Move counterclockwise to the next location with any heroes, and then bam again. Okay, so same thing as the last one, except he's putting out thugs. Oh no, you put out thugs on the last one too. Okay. So just for your knowledge here, Green Laser, we're playing with Doctor Strange, and he has a lot of really cool abilities. One of which is the Eye of Orb of Agamotto. which lets you play with the top card of the villain revealed. It's a very nice card to be able to have. So, all right, so he is ready to go. He's ready to be damaged. He has 5 health. He's been KO'd once. You have a punch for me. It's my turn. I'm going to draw. I drew Book of Shanti. I can search the Master Plan deck, remove 1 card from the game, and then shuffle that deck as a star on the bottom. I think what I need to do, though, is probably do some kind of movement here. So I can finish off this. Ah, man. I guess it is what it is. He will, yeah, that would be okay if he's in that location. Okay, so I will play my move and star. Actually, I will not play my move and star. I'm going to play my Cloak of Levitation. So I have a wild, which I can finish this off. So that's good as a move. And then this, the Cloak of Levitation either lets me punch an adjacent location or move. So what I'll end up doing is I'll just move over to you, because then I can use your single punch to punch him. So then he's down to 4. And then it's going to be his turn. So, oops. His card goes. He's going to move counterclockwise to the next location with any heroes. So really, he just loops.
Goes around in a circle.
All the way back around to us because we're on the only location with heroes.
Why are you running around?
Zoom zoom. He's just showing off. Now we do have to take 2 damage between us. I'll go ahead and take it because I don't need either of these really for what we got going on. They have stars. So I'll put those down at the bottom. And then he is going to put thugs in his location, 2 of them.
Okay.
And then he's going to put 1 in each adjacent location. So no overflows, which is good. His next card, I don't know if he's going to make it to his next card, is move clockwise to the next location with any heroes, and bam. And then he's going to add civilians to this one. So essentially the same thing again. Oh yeah, so the one we moved from, the one Doctor Strange moved from that location, the Mutant Research Center. Another hero in this location or an adjacent location can draw a card if you end your turn there. So again, it's another hero, so it only works if you have someone else next to you, which I could have stayed there and let Beta Ray Bill draw another card, but I don't think it's really necessary at this point.
More cards.
Yeah, and I think we're gonna finish him off here in this next round. So, all right, it's Beta Ray Bill's turn.
Yay, my turn.
So you get to draw a card.
Drawing my card, and I got my
Stormbreaker.
And I can just play that.
Okay, you're gonna play Stormbreaker.
And that does double punch.
Yep, double punch, taking it down to 2. And then you have a single wild from me.
A single wild, which gets him down to 1.
Yep, and you get to draw a card for that, which is your last card in your deck, which is Stormbreaker.
I just want to play it, and bang.
And then you have a move. It doesn't really matter. You can move over there and let me heal. You can move over here and get a token.
I'm going to move over here and let you
and show off that location that Green Laser was just asking about, which is another hero in this location or an adjacent location may draw a card. So since I'm in an adjacent location, I get to draw a card. So I will draw a single wild. Perfect. Oops, that's your first turn. Sorry, that's our first turn in this round here. I forgot to move those over. So Stormbreaker, then my turn. I draw. I have a single punch, and you have a move. That's fine. I'm just gonna play that single punch, and just punch him, knock him out.
And then I would have came over and played my Stormbreaker, and then bam.
And then I can move. Yep. Doesn't really matter.
Then
We got him. Wow, this combination, Doctor Strange. Yeah, that's such a good thing about this card is I feel like so powerful. This Doctor Strange Orb of Agamotto. As long as it's face up in the storyline, the top card of the Master Plan deck is revealed. You just always get to know where he's going, like what the villain is doing next, and you can just prepare so well for it.
Mm-hmm.
It does have a downside because it has blank on the bottom, so it has no symbols. So you don't get any symbols on that turn, and your partner or whoever goes next doesn't get symbols to go off of. But I just feel like it's such a valuable thing to be able to see where the villain is going every single time because you can plan around that. Kind of like you're talking about green laser, you like move to where you think Ronan will move. Um, when you have them revealed, it's so nice because you know exactly where they're going, so you can kind of anticipate their moves and what's going on. I think it's one of the reasons why, at least from what I've seen, people say Doctor Strange is one of the more powerful characters um, in in the game, just because of his different abilities that he can manipulate stuff. Because he has that one, which lets you play with the top card of the villain deck revealed, and then you have the Book of Ashanti, which you can search the Master Plan deck for any one card and remove it from the deck, so you just get to get rid of one. Which can be really good if a villain has a really powerful card that you don't want to see. And then another one that he has, which is essentially the opposite, the Eye of Agamotto. You can take one of the Master Plan cards that's face up, that's already been played, and you can shuffle it back into the deck. So you can essentially take one of the weaker ones that have been played, take it, shuffle it back in the deck, so that way you'll see that one again instead of a bad one. And then he has two more special cards. So like those are three really powerful special cards. And then he has Cloak of Levitation, which again is just really versatile as far as it goes. You get a wild on the bottom, and then you can punch in an adjacent location or move, whichever you want, which can come in handy. And then his last one, last special card, Dimensional Portal, which has a wild on the bottom, and then it just lets you move to any location. So he just has a lot of really powerful special cards, and a lot of heroes only have 3 specials. He has 5. So he's just he definitely is just a very powerful character, Doctor Strange. So I definitely see why it was so easy to be able to see where Ronan was going every round and just kind of plan around it. And you didn't have to. There were times where at the beginning we had locations that were going to overflow, but because of what was face up on his deck, we knew what he was going to play. We didn't have to worry about him as much because we knew he wasn't going to add tokens to that location, or we could kind of force him to add tokens to different locations. So yeah, I mean Doctor Strange. I mean he feels like Doctor Strange, right? He's got all these cool like manipulative abilities going on. I This is the first time I've seen Beta Ray Bill played. I like him. He just is constantly buffing his health and dealing out damage. Pretty cool. Pretty cool character. Again, he has 3 specials. They're all the same, but I mean he did exactly what we needed him to do in this game, which is just run around punching stuff. So that was a fun one. And so uh, Green Laser, I know you talked about. I know you talked about other characters that you wanted to see. One of them was Yandu. So again, we are playing a campaign um, for the Marvel United game. It's a custom campaign that just kind of gives a little extra to the game. So when you start, you start with just like the base 4 characters from either X Men or the Avengers, and then as you defeat villains, you unlock more characters that you can play. And if you ever the downside though is if you ever lose, you lose access to those characters, so you can't play those characters anymore.
We've lost like the one time.
I think we lost twice now, and we lost so we've lost like 4 characters, but we've been doing pretty well as far as winning and playing some hard people and not losing out on stuff. So so I know Green Laser, you asked about that last week in the comments about you can play anybody. Yeah, normally when you play this game, you just get it out and you play whoever you want against whoever villain. This way of playing for me is just kind of adds a little more to it. Adds a little more as I'm picking. It's like, oh, I don't want to lose this character because if I do, then I won't have access to them again. So really makes you kind of think about who you're taking into what fight and picking kind of characters that work well. See your question there. So, what set is Beta Ray Bill from? He is from. I have the box right there. I'm looking at it. I believe it's Tales of Asgard.
It has the Thor and Loki in it, I think.
Yeah, it's from the Tales of Asgard. That one comes with Loki, Thor, Valkyrie, Korg, and then Beta Ray Bill is in that box. So that's got a box of some pretty punchy characters because Korg is very punchy, Beta Ray Bill is punchy, and Thor is punchy, and actually Valkyrie is actually very punchy as well.
Punchy characters.
So yeah, a lot of punches in that box for sure. So that's where Beta Ray Bill's from. Okay, can other heroes just pop back up after a KO like Beta Ray? Yeah, so that's just a normal part of the game. If you get knocked out in the game, this is definitely one of those games where you don't get punished for dying or not as much, but it can depending on the hero. But so if you ever get KO'd and you lose your last card, you put them all on the bottom of your deck, and then at the beginning of your next turn, you just stand back up and you draw a normal hand of 3 cards like you would start the game, and then you get your card for the turn as well. So that's why I said you draw 4 when you do that. So you get knocked out, you just draw 4. So the bad things come in when you get knocked out are specific to the villain. So in general, whenever a character gets knocked out, the villain does their BAM again. So for Ronan, it was deal 2 damage to one hero in Ronan's location. So if we were both piled up in the same location, he knocked one of us out, then he would deal 2 more damage to the other person in his location if we were all with him. Some villains have different abilities that affect that. Some of it is in those special rules. Whenever a hero is KO'd, instead of activating their BAM, they draw another master plan card. So some villains, essentially every time they knock you out, they accelerate the game faster, because if you ever run out, if you ever have to draw a master plan card and there isn't one there, you lose. So that's another way that you can lose. So Ronan specifically had a special rule for him, is if the heroes ever have we've ever been knocked out 4 times, then we lose. And again, I feel like different villains are definitely different depending on the player count. Like, I could see Ronan being a little more powerful too and being more of a problem with 4 characters, because at some point you're kind of just in the same locations together, so you risk getting hit multiple times. So to answer your question, you get back up, but you're using your cards faster. You don't necessarily use your cards faster, because whenever you take damage in this game, you just discard cards from your hand back to the bottom of your deck. So it doesn't really use them any faster. It does trigger whatever the villain, so it triggers their BAM, or if the villain has a specific thing, which most of the time is bad. Ronan, it was avoidable with the way we were playing, but other villains are really hard. Like one that I think I struggle with is I believe it's Rhino. Rhino is one of those that he plays another master plan card when he knocks somebody out, and his cards just he runs around the board dealing a bunch of damage to you. So that makes it really difficult because he can kind of chain reaction and like kill one person, then rush in and kill another person, rush in and kill another person, and just keep going around like that depending on how the cards play out. And then he's also going through his deck faster, so you can definitely lose quickly. But so yeah, that was Ronan. I had never played against Ronan before. He can hit hard for sure. I'd be interested. I'll have to play him sometime with 4 characters because I feel like that might be a little more challenging for Ronan. We also had some pretty powerful characters. And then I think another one that you were interested was Yandu, and so now we have him unlocked in the campaign, and so we will try to. Uh, I think I'm going to plan to get him out for next week and play Yandu. Um, your other question here, assume Juggernaut is like Rhino. Yeah, Juggernaut has some similar abilities to that as well. I can't remember his specifically. I know Rhino's were like he moves around to like the next hero location, kind of like Ronan did, but then for each space he moved, um, he deals a damage equal to the number of spaces he moved. And Juggernaut's something like that. He has something really similar too. I just can't remember off the top of my head what it is. Yeah, Yandu has that special arrow card. I definitely want to try him because I've never played Yandu before, and I want to see if I can get that to work. I believe, if I remember correctly, it lets you take out a thug in each location, and it just keeps moving around the circle in locations, and it just keeps going until you can't take out a thug. So you could potentially take out tons of thugs with just one card. Yeah, he seems fun. And I think we're going to try to play him. We have another part of the campaign that has Ultron, who is really good at putting out bunches of thugs. So I want to try to set it up so we can get Yandu to hit that card hard. So yeah, definitely check out next week. That's the plan to get Yandu onto the table. Just keep playing characters that we haven't seen before. So I'm excited that you've been joining us, Green Laser, and giving us some guidance on some characters because we've kind of just been picking whatever every week. So it's nice to have some input on what kind of characters to bring. So I appreciate that. Appreciate you hanging out with us a little bit here. Um, as always, to those who are checking us out every Sunday, we're streaming. Next weekend, I'm going to Origins over in Ohio, so gotta check that out. But I'll be back on Sunday, so hopefully we'll um, be back timely with that. And I forgot it's Father's Day, so any of our viewers that are fathers, happy Father's Day. I know I had a good day today. I got to go out and play some volleyball, and we've played. I played 3 board games today.
Wow.
And I got a board game for Father's Day.
Okay.
Well, expansion for a board game. So all good things for me. We did good. I think we're gonna go maybe out to eat another day though, since we were kind of busy today. So it was a good day. Hope those fathers who are out there had a good Father's Day as well. As always, I'm Paul.
And I'm Natalie.
And we will catch you all next time.